Alright. Karina baby, Mama loves you so very, very much. Let's see what's in the children's literacy book. Children's literacy. Oh, the history of Tom Thumb. We're going to go in order though, so we're going to stay going in order. We did Winky, Blinky, and Nod, and Animal Crackers, and Henny Penny. Into the story of 3 bears. You love that story. This is where we are. We're on Jonny Cakes. Did we do the Wolf and the 7 Kids? Yes. Alright. So, Jonny Cake. Jonny Cake. Once upon a time there was an old man and an old woman and a little boy. One morning the woman made Jonny Cakes. They're like pancakes, baby. And put the oven to bake. You watch the Jonny Cake while your father and I go to work in the garden. So the old man and the little old woman went out and began to hoe potatoes. They left the little boy to tend to the oven, but he didn't watch it all the time, and all of a sudden he heard a noise, and he looked up, and the oven door popped open, and out of the oven jumped Jonny Cake, and went rolling along end over end towards the door of the house. The little boy ran to shut the door, but Jonny Cake was too quick for him and rolled through the door, down the stairs and into the road long before the little boy could catch him. The little boy ran after him as fast as he could clip it, crying out to his father and mother, who heard an uproar and threw down their hoes and gave chase to, but Jonny Cake outran all 3 a long way and was soon out of sight. Well, they had to sit down all out of breath on the bank to rest. On went Jonny Cake, and by they came to well diggers, who looked up from their work and called out, "Where ye goin', Jonny Cake?" He said, "I've outrun the old man and the old woman and the little boy, and I can outrun you too. Ye, can ye?" Well, soon after that they said, and they threw down their picks and ran after him, but couldn't catch up. Look at that, everyone's running after the Jonny Cake, and the Jonny Cake is running away. Let's see what happens to this Jonny Cake. And with him, and soon they had to sit down on the roadside to rest. On ran the Jonny Cake, and by he came to a ditch diggers who were digging a ditch. "Where are ye going, Jonny Cake?" said they. He said, "I've outrun the little old man and the little old woman and the little boy and 2 well diggers, and I can outrun you too. Ye, can ye?" "Well, see about that," said they, and they threw down their spades and they ran after him too, but Jonny Cake soon outstripped them also. And seeing that they could never catch him, they gave up the chase and sat down to rest. On went Jonny Cake, and by he came to a bear. The bear said, "Where are ye going, Jonny Cake?" He said, "I've outrun the little old man and the little old woman and the little boy and 2 well diggers and 2 ditch diggers, and I can outrun you too." "Ye can ye?" roared the bear. "We'll see about that," and toddled as fast as his leg could carry him after Jonny Cake, who never stopped to look behind him. Before long the bear was left so far behind that he saw he might as well give up the hunt first as last, so he stretched himself out by the roadside to rest. On went Johnny Cake, and by he came to a wolf. The wolf said, "Where ye goin', Johnny Cake?" He said, "I've outrun the little old man, and the little old woman, and the little boy, and 2 well diggers, and 2 ditch diggers, and a bear, and I can outrun you too." "Ye can ye?" snarled the wolf. "We'll see about that." And he set into a gallop after Johnny Cake, who went on and on so fast that the wolf too saw that there was no hope for overtaking him, and he too lay down to rest. On went Johnny Cake, and by he came to a fox that lay quietly in the corner of the fence. The fox called out in a sharp voice, but without getting up, "Where ye goin', Johnny Cake?" He said, "I've outrun the little old man, and the little old woman, and the little boy, and 2 well diggers, and 2 ditch diggers, and a bear, and a wolf, and I can outrun you too." The fox said, "I can't quite hear you, Johnny Cake. Won't you come a little closer?" Now, foxes are said to be clever creatures. Turning his head a little to one side, Johnny Cake stopped his race for the first time. He went a little closer and called out a very loud voice, "I've outrun the old man, and the old woman, and the little boy, and 2 well diggers, and 2 ditch diggers, and a bear, and a wolf, and I could outrun you too." "Can't quite hear you. Won't you come a little closer?" said the fox in a feeble voice, as he stretched out his neck towards Johnny Cake and put one paw behind his ear. Johnny Cake came up close and leaned towards the fox, screaming, "I've outrun the old man, and the old woman, and the little boy, and 2 well diggers, and 2 ditch diggers, and a bear, and a wolf, and I can outrun you too." See the 2, how many O's? Ooh. You can, yelped the fox as he snapped up the Johnny Cake with his sharp teeth in his twinkling of an eye. "Come a little closer," said the fox. What is that fox doing? That fox is pretending to not be able to hear Johnny Cake, to get Johnny Cake to come closer and closer. Alright? There's foxes in real life too, baby. You just have to... That's why these stories are so good. Because, you know what? When you trust somebody so much to the ends of the earth, Mama trusts and trusts and trusts, and no one can break that. People can't break who you are or break your spirit. And I know, baby, that you are absolutely amazing. I know you're a lot like Mama, because I know it, because I know you, and I know that you're going to be like, it's okay, and you're going to forgive, and you're going to love, because I know you. I know you inside and out, baby, and I love you, and you are just perfect, and Mama just loves you. So, but like, sometimes there are foxes in this world, and it's okay to not break your spirit of who you are. Sometimes a fox will trick you, and, you know, that's not a good thing, but you just gotta go on loving on people, right? Because this life is short, and if you get bitter towards anybody, it's not gonna be worth it. It's not gonna be worth it. Life is too short to carry any bitterness in your heart, and it's not gonna hurt anyone but yourself. Mama loves you. Let's do this story. It's the story of the 3 little pigs. Once upon a time, when pigs spoke rhymes, and monkeys chewed tobacco, and hens took snuff and made them tough, and ducks went quack, quack, quack-o, there was an old saw and 3 little pigs, and she had not enough to keep them. She sent them out to seek their fortune, and first that went off met a man with a bundle of straw, and said to him, "Please, man, give me that straw to build me a house." Which the man did, and the little pig built a house with it. Presently came the man did, and the little pig built his house with it. Presently came along a wolf, and knocked on the door, and said, little pig, let me come in. To which the pig answered, no, no, not by the hair of my chinny chin chin. The wolf then answered to that, I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house in. So he huffed, and he puffed, and he blew the house in, and ate up the little pig. The second little pig met a man with a bundle of furs, and said, please, man, please give me the furs to build a house. Which the man did, and the little pig built his house. Then along came a wolf and said, little pig, let me come in. No, no, not by the hairs of my chinny chin chin. Then I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house in. So he huffed, and he puffed, and he blew his house in. And he huffed, and he ate the last. He blew the house down, and he ate up the little pig. The third little pig met a man with a load of bricks, and said, please, man, give me those bricks to build a house with. So the man gave him the bricks, and he built the house with them. So then the wolf came by, and he did to the other little pigs, he said, little pig, let me come in. And he said, no, no, not by the hair of my chinny chin chin. Then I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house in. Well, he huffed, and he puffed, and he huffed, and he puffed, and he puffed, and he huffed, but he could not get the house down. When he found that he could not, with all of his huffing and puffing, blow the house down, he said, little pig, I know where is a nice field of turnips. Where, said the little pig, oh, in Mrs. Smith's home field. And if you will be ready tomorrow morning, I will call for you, and we will go together and get some for dinner. Very well, said the little pig, I'll be ready. What time do you mean to go? Oh, 6 o'clock. Well, the little pig got up at 5 and got the turnips before the wolf came, and he did about 6, who said, little pig, are you ready? The little pig said, ready, I have been and come back again, and I got a nice potful for dinner. The wolf felt very angry at this. He thought that he would be up to the little pig somehow or another. So he said, little pig, I know where there's a nice apple tree. Where? Said the little pig. Down at Mary's garden. Oh, did you see the pig, baby? Look. Look at this pig. He has his pot of turnips going. He has his family members on the mantle of his pig family. He's sitting in his armchair. He is rich, baby. He's doing so good. Do you see what his carpet is? It's a wolf. See it? He's not getting fooled by that wolf. Nope, nope. Replied the wolf, and if you will not deceive me, I will come for you at 5 o'clock tomorrow and give you some apples. Well, the little pig bustled up the next morning at 4 o'clock and went off for the apples, hoping to get back before the wolf came. But he had further to go and had to climb the tree, and that just as he was coming down from it, he saw the wolf coming, which, as you may suppose, frightened him very much. When the wolf came, he said, little pig, what are you here before me? Are they nice apples? Yes, very, said the little pig. We'll throw you down one. And he threw it so far that while the wolf was gone to pick up, the little pig jumped down and ran home. The next day the wolf came again and said to the little pig, there is a fair of Shanklin? Shanklin? There is a fair at Shanklin this afternoon. Will you go? Oh, yes, said the pig, I will go. What time shall you be ready? At 3, said the wolf. And the little pig went off before the time, as usual, and got to the fair, and bought a butter churn, which he was going home with when he saw the wolf coming, and then he could not tell what to do, so he got into the churn to hide, and by so doing turned it around, and it rolled down the hill with a pig in it, which frightened the wolf so much that he ran home without going to the fair. He went to the little pig's house and told him how frightened he had been by the great round thing which came down the hill past him. Then the little pig said, "Ah, I frightened you then. I had been to the fair, I bought a butter churn, and when I saw you, I got into it and rolled down the hill." Then the wolf was very angry indeed, and declared he would eat up the little pig, and that he would go down the chimney after him. When the little pig saw what he was about, he hung up the pot full of water and made up a blazing fire, and just as the wolf was coming down, took off the cover, and in fell the wolf, and the little pig put on the cover again, and in an instant boiled him up, and ate him for supper, and lived happily ever afterwards. That little pig did not get fooled by the wolf, baby. That little pig got up early, went everywhere he wanted to go without the wolf, and did everything he had to do. And then when that wolf came down his chimney, what did he do? He boiled him up. Oh my. Alright. Karina, baby, Mama loves you. You know that? I love you so incredibly much, and I miss you, and I can't wait to see you. Mama has all kinds of stuff for you, from storybook time to just time I want to spend with you and do things with you. Mama just misses you, baby. Mama misses teaching you things. Mama misses doing school with you in the morning and taking you wherever you want to go. Mama just misses you, and I love you, and I hope that you have a beautiful, beautiful night. I miss you. I really do, and I love you. I think about you every second of the day. I pray for you all the time. I pray for you, and I pray for Papa. Alright, always remember, Papa always said that Mama was his sun. Papa's Mama's moon, and you're a rainbow baby. We love you. We love you immensely. We love you so very, very, very much. Alright? Mama loves you. I love you, and I miss you.